Facebook's Zuckerberg calls for global internet regulations. Bloomberg Facebook Incorporated. Chief Executive. In a statement that was also published as an op-ed in the Washington Post, Zuckerberg said the company is seeking regulations that would set baselines for prohibited content and require companies to build systems for keeping harmful content to a minimum. Zuckerberg's comments mark his most visible effort so far to shape the discourse around the way the company collects information, uses and disperses it around the world. Facebook has been the target of probes by various governments after news broke about a year ago that it allowed the personal data of tens of millions of users to be shared with political consultancy Cambridge Analytica. Earlier this month, over the past year, lawmakers have focused greater scrutiny on the company and its immense influence, asking its executives including Zuckerberg to testify in front of Congress to explain the proliferation of misinformation, hate speech, and election manipulation on the platform. In his post, Zuckerberg proposes that regulation. Facebook built a content scanning system that over the years has added rules based on reactions to changes in user behavior or public uproar after an incident such as last week, when the website's users or computer systems report posts as problematic, they're sent to one of the company's 15,000 content moderators around the world, who are allowed to take content down only if it violates a rule. But that process is not always precise. Lawmakers, Zuckerberg said Facebook would welcome common standards for verifying political actors, citing practices deployed by advertisers in many countries of verifying identities before buying political ads. He also suggests every day we make decisions about what speech is harmful, what constitutes political advertising, and how to prevent sophisticated cyber attacks, he said. But if we were starting, the billionaire said it'd be good for the internet if more countries adopted rules such as the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation as a common framework. Facebook has an incentive to play a strong role in the debate around technology companies' data regulation. The company's progressive groups have been urging the Federal Trade Commission to carve up Facebook and split off its popular services Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger into their own companies. In January, privacy regulations should. Zuckerberg also said there should also be rules guaranteeing portability of data that protects information when it moves between services. The Facebook chief's statement was in keeping with his efforts this year to frame the company's more critical problems as part of broader issues for the internet at large. Zuckerberg's willing updates with additional comments from Zuckerberg. To contact the reporters on this story, Matthew G. Miller in New York at Miller144@Bloomberg.net. Selena Wang to contact the editors responsible for this story, James Ludden at jludden@Bloomberg.net, Linus Chua, and Vandarami. For more articles like this, please visit us at Copyright 2019 Bloomberg LP.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.